Hey everyone, it's Icedhazelnut, and I'm coming to you with a Goodwill Outlet haul. Wow, the lighting is atrocious. Atrocious. Okay, so I haven't gone in, oh gosh, what, a couple weeks? Slim pickings because I didn't have that much time in there. They had tons of books, like 6, 7 bins against the wall. It was mostly books, but I had to like dig in through the books to find some decent media, and also within the books, I mentioned it in my last video. I was talking about and showing my junk journal slash picture journal, I don't know what you call them, in glue books. I started like towards the end of that first book. Then I started another glue book. Totally forgot about it. I hadn't touched it in 2 years. I want to try to get back into that. So I was mentioning that since we don't get magazines anymore, my sister used to get it, like five of them, 4 of them, between my sister and my mom. Since we don't get them anymore, slim pickings for me on magazines, but they have them at the outlet. So, and I only pay $1 each. So I saw some that appealed to me this time. I'll show you what they are. $1 each. I put this here because the dude's address is there. So, and this thing is from fall of 2008. Style 1900. So kind of cool. It has cool stuff in there. You guys see that? Oh, this jewelry. I saw that. I love jewelry. So beautiful. Look at that. So yeah, I'm gonna look through this first, obviously, before I cut into it. So there's a lot of home decor, homes, interior, exterior, lighting, etc. That's so cool. Hopefully you didn't see that. Trying to be discreet there. Okay, so Style 19, never heard of this book. So again, fall of 2008, and that sucker was $7 at that time. Okay, next I found American Bungalow. So Frank Lloyd Wright-ish, right? Art Deco a lot. So this one costs $7.95, $11.95 Canada. So we would display until May 31st of 2000. So spring of 2005. Wah, wah. Never. I think I've seen this before. Like when I'd go to, I haven't been there in a long time, to the not Borders. The heck is it called? Barnes and Nobles. I love this kind of architecture, first of all. Art Deco, mid-century modern. So it's got some really cool. Look at the windows there. Is that not cool? That is so cool. Yeah. So, yeah. Look at that. Oh, I saw an old typewriter. That sucker was heavy because it's all metal, and it wasn't electric. So I'm sure it would have been like at least $20. Okay, and here's the next one. Another American book. Oh, I saw like 3 other ones too, but I'm like, I mean, even at $1 each, that's not. This thing is like practically new. So, and this came out August, November, down there of fall of 2008, issue 59. So that is beautiful. Show some pages. I have stuff there. In fact, I have paper, a bunch of paper here. I'm getting like, and I have more paper. I just have to get out of my like ephemera, to use for these glue books and all that. Wow. McTeague and McClelland. Never heard of them. Excuse me, I need a sip. Oh my gosh, can't have a haul without the dog barking. clawfoot bathtubs. Oh, I love those. If and when I win the lottery, I would get one of those. Antique hardware. Stickley, I've heard of Stickley furniture, yes. I'm skipping a bunch of pages. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Should we bring you in closer? Look at that. Cream poppy set of Porteous tiles, $295. Framed though. They're framed. Let's bring you back out. Let's see. Oh, that's beautiful. That vase. Stunning. Stunning. I love the architecture. I just love it. Always have, always will. A book perch, tabletop book perch. That's kind of cool. Yes. My mother's making her bark. She talks back to Grandma. There we go. Yeah, talk about an heirloom. I can't imagine how heavy that thing would be. So 3 magazines to use for my glue booking, $1 a piece. And then I found, I wanted to get something for my sister, and I found this. And actually the sticker was on the box, 99 cents. It said they wanted at a Goodwill store, but they didn't. No one ended up buying it. It is arrowheads. Well, the sticker was here, but I took it off because I wanted to read what that said. So you can pause to read. And there was 3 of them in here. I only saw 2. So there's this one, Jasper, and then Obsidian. Aren't those cool? I thought those were cool. Yeah. She really liked them. I already showed her. I go, let me just haul them and then I'll give them to you. She collects crystals, really, other stones. So those are for my sister. And then I bought, I needed a kit. It was by myself. I didn't have my sister with me. And I didn't grab a cart because I didn't think I'd find anything. So I grabbed this tote bag. It's so light. I figured it has to be like maybe 5 cents. So, and I was very close because this and the tote bag are weighed together. It's by weight. 16 cents. The 3 magazines, $3, $1 each. And then I got 6 CDs, $1 each. Okay, and then the last 6 things are CDs. So I found U2's War. I thought I had it. I don't. A lot of U2 CDs because they're one of my favorites. Ever since they came out in the early 80s. So, and what struck me as weird, this must have been from the same collector. These are older CDs. None of them had, whatchamacallit, to scan. They didn't have those. They just have the numbers. This came from a Mojo. Oh wait, sorry. I was gonna show you the inside. They're all so clean. The only thing with this one is the book is meant a little. I don't care about that. It's just a little. The booklet. This is broken. The lid's broken on there. But here it is. Here it is, and it's so clean. So clean. And out of these, I think I might have had the, not the album. I might have had the cassette at one time. I had a lot of cassettes. I have no idea what happened to my cassettes. I think if I didn't give them away, I donated them because I was switching over to, as I found them on CD. Radio Clash. This came from the Mojo magazine because it's influences. It's what influenced the Clash. It's their picks of what influenced them. So, God, it's so hard to read. Mikey Dread, yes, I've heard, because that's what influenced me to get into reggae. Was I loved UB40. I was crazy about them, and I would see interviews and read articles, and they talked about their influences were reggae music, old reggae music. So hence me loving old reggae music. But they had, I mean, other than reggae, there was other, like this Spencer Davis group. They're not reggae. Thea Gilmore, she's not, but great singer. I am curious to hear this one. Janie Jones. They have a song called Janie Jones. So, but I've never heard Janie Jones, so I will play this. Again, this came from a magazine. So here, certain tracks have been personally selected by Mick Jones and Paul Simonon and showcase their influences. So the book's in great condition, and here's the CD. And I doubt anyone listened to it. It's just there's a little dust on it. That's really it. Okay, so got that. Grateful Dead. Oh, the Grateful Dead. So this one's called Grateful Dead Go to Heaven. I already put these all in my Discogs, and miraculously I didn't have doubles. So I have at least one other Grateful Dead CD. So now I think it was 2. Now I have 4. So those are the tracks. Show you the inside. Are out with through Arista. Oh my gosh. Can you see that? Barely. Burly. Go. So that and Terrapin Station. I listened to a few tracks and loved them. Then I saw a t-shirt on my way out. The coolest t-shirt. It was a Ringer shirt, but it had like a v-neck, and I love v-necks, but it was a medium, and I can't fit a medium. I got the cassette, a couple months ago or a month ago, whatever, of this eponymous, and now I have the CD, so that's cool. It's like, yay. So again, Radio Free Europe, South Central Rain, Don't Go Back to Rockville. I love that song. The one I love, It's the End of the World as We Know It. Those are the ones I've heard offhand, and I'm sure the whole album is fantastic because R.E.M. are great. Okay. There's just some dust, more dust, dusty. So I'm thinking they came from the same person, like I said, because there are no SKUs, whatever. It's only numbers on all of these. I was ready to, because with Discogs you can, use your phone to scan and it'll look them up and you can add them to your list. And there is none. So, liner notes. I showed, yeah, this is what they have on the, it almost seems like the cassette had more info in their liner notes. Okay, this is 1988. So, yeah. 80s and 90s, these CDs. And then the last one is Neil Young and Crazy Horse, which is, I had just picked up one. Oh, what was it called? I forgot. Last time I did a haul, I had another Neil Young. Les something. La Pointe? No. I don't know. Go back to my last one and you'll see. This is Weld. This is a double CD. They're both in there. They're both in excellent shape. And here, Latoons. A lot of great ones. Blowing in the Wind, Cinnamon Girl, Cortez the Killer, Rockin' in the Free World Like a Hurricane. So, opening. And the book is here. That's cool. So clean. So whoever had these took very good care of their CDs. Kinda minty. Kinda minty. Yeah, that's awesome. And no crackies. This one's in great shape. I always like to clean the outside of them with alcohol. Tissues and alcohol. So altogether $9.22. I rounded it up, so $10. So yeah, that is it. Oh, so yeah, I said 16 cents for that tote bag and the arrows. Again, $1 each for the magazines and $1 each for ye old CDs. So hopefully I can go again next week and spend a little more time there. I've been having car problems. That's the reason why I haven't been going more frequently. I usually go once a week for sure. Sometimes twice, but usually once a week. But yeah, hopefully that will be more on the regular in a few more weeks. So thank you for watching. If you celebrate, have a great Easter weekend. If you don't, have a great weekend. Catch you later.